Are we live? We are live! Doing some multiple reactions today. Should be a good one. Hope everybody's having a fine day. I know I am. We are hoping the Bengals make the playoffs here today. We need two teams to lose. I believe we actually still have some overtime going on in the Panthers game, so I'm going to go to that real fast. See how that goes. And the Panthers won! I just turned it over just in time to see some hugging and kissing. The Panthers have won. Good job, Panthers. The shit is that sound? Hey. That was a concerning sound. It was the TV in the other room just making nature sounds. That bird fucking sounded like my friggin' slow cooker was about to explode. Jeepers. It all started with a good ice cold Miller Lite. Now, see, I'm on to Bush lattes today. Oh, no, this is a Bush regular. Bush heavy. And then I'm switching back to blues. Cheers. Anyways, Mr. Vegetables. All right. We got games going, both of them scoreless. The Broncos currently have the ball, and it looks like the Dolphins will have the ball. Tua is not starting. This is going to be a weirder format than normal. I can't do full play-by-plays. We're watching. I actually got the Rams, Seahawks on, and the Chargers, Raiders as well. So, Raiders are punting. I've never been more excited for the Jets in my life. Or for Kansas City, for that matter. Afternoon, Daniel Barry. Miller Lite is the superior light beer. I will give you that. Tagging back to Mr. Vegetables. On the scale of light beers, it's the best one. Busch Light I just drink because it's super cheap and halfway decent. Denver's still got the ball. They're driving down there on 2nd and 5. 4th down just happened for the New Jersey Jets, it looks like. Or wait, who was on? Man, watching this many games like intensely is hard. Ooh. 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 Coach Capri Pants, Nick Kroll. Steph does not like Nick Kroll. Yes, the punting unit is out for the Dolphins. The Jets will get it. Let's see a score, Jets. Is Rodgers playing today? I don't know. I bet you what's going to happen is one of these teams is going to lose, the other one's going to win, and we're going to be out staring in. Fair caught at the 15 for the Jets to start their first drive of this game with 13-15 in the Jets' fins. Broncos, Chiefs. Broncos still have the ball. They're on a 1st and 10. In a minute, I'll tell you where they are on the field. Aaron Rodgers is out in the Jets game. They are on the 32-yard line in Chiefs territory. Nice pass there. Run, run, run. Oh, he's getting away with it. He's getting away with it. And that is a touchdown for the Broncos. Boo! 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 Anybody joining us, hit that like button. Please, thank you. Etc., etc. Wait, did the Finns just get the ball back? Or what just happened there? They do a fake? Wait. How did the Finns just get the ball back? I look away for 1 second and Aaron Rodgers throws an interception. Are you fucking serious right now? This doesn't look good for the Bengals. Fucking throws an interception. Aaron Rodgers, first throw of the goddamn game is an interception. Oh, man, you're going to see a sad Bengals fan today, aren't we? Aren't we? Make sure you're hitting that like button, folks. Change some scores over here. All right, Broncos up. Currently 6. Pending the extra point, there was a flag, so I think they're going to go for 2 now. Oh, my God, I can't believe the Dolphins. Fuck the Dolphins, dude. Oh, my Lord. All right, they're just trying the extra point again, Denver. They're not going to go for 2 because they're cowards. It is good. So it's 7-0 in Broncos Chefs. Oh, boy. Stressful. Jets need to just put in Tyrod. I actually might agree with you. Poor Tyrod. It's funny. I talk to anyone and they're like, Tyrod's like a surprisingly good quarterback that just never got a good shake. Like, he got the most bizarre stuff. Dolphins will be a few yards shy of fresh baked there. Speaking of the Chefs, someone posted a tweet saying the Commanders are a discount version of Kansas City. I don't know about that. I think Kansas City's the discount version of a football team that's like pretty fucking good still. You know how some of those go? Because we buy a lot. We rarely buy name brand much. You just got to shop around and figure out which store brands and that are the best. That's the Chiefs this year. They're the store brand that's surprisingly good. So not the Wish brand, because Wish sucks. Wish is always bad. They're the store brand. Washington's actually pretty good too. See, and I don't see, and their quarterback there plays a different style of football too. 3 points on the board with the field goalery by Miami. Not terrible. Come on, Jets. Let's not fucking throw interceptions and shit. Let's win football games. Come on. You got fans that need you to have a win. You guys have had enough early picks in the draft over the past 17 years. You can't use the tank as a fucking answer anymore. Because you fuck that up every time. Just get a win. Yeah, I don't know how they pulled off the number 1 seed. Well, I guess we helped them with Jamar Chase yelling at a ref during ours. They won to us by 1 fuckarooski. 1 point. I think tonight or tomorrow I'm going to do a, regardless of what happens, just a kind of recap on the Bengals type deal. Bengals season. If we win or lose. Well, we won, but if we make playoffs or not, I mean. All right. Getting back from commercial break in the Denver game. Did have a double commercial break for a second there. Hopefully the commercial breaks line up favorably. That'd be nice. All right, so kickoff is off in the Chiefs game. Chiefs getting the ball. Terrible camera work. Can't see what's happening. That was a touchback. 30 yards for Kansas City. Second string to start. I think I have an ingrown hair. I got 2 ingrown hairs in my beard and I can't get them out. Shit sucks. I like that the Steelers are doing the full Steelers too, where they were way ahead and then they just fall apart at the end. They fall apart. Well, they fall apart worse than the Cowboys, honestly, lately. I think the only reason we don't say it as much is because The Cowboys have been doing it for much longer, where the Steelers is relatively new history that they do the falling apart. All right, Wentz, let's see some big fuckarooskies, some big plays. Little handoff there, going to get a nice gain for the Chefs. Feel like they're going to do a lot of running. 49ers running back just got injured. Ooh, that's exactly what they need. But they're out of playoffs anyways, right? I guess I should have this pulled up, huh? I don't follow the NFC nearly as well. Oh, yeah, they've been out. Oh, everybody. Dang, everyone in the NFC is currently in the playoffs or out of the playoffs. It's just where do you get seeded? That's interesting. Well, that explains yesterday's game a little bit more then. Not the Bengals. When the Browns Ravens was interesting that they had on Saturday. I still think it was a bad move. Like a well done. The Cowboys fall apart like a well done Pop Tart. It all started with a good crispy Pop Tart. All right. Oh, what am I hitting down behind me? These lights. All right. So the punting unit's out for Kansas City because they fucking suck. The one time I want them to fucking win, assholes. Unfortunately, I think the Jets can do it, but I don't think that the Chiefs second is going to beat Denver. Bills fans will celebrate because they do not want to see the Bengals in the playoffs. Not even the Pats, dude. I don't even care about the Pats game. If we didn't lose to the Chargers, that's the one we needed to win, or one of the games against the Ravens. Honestly, if we won one of the games against the Ravens, this is a totally different season. Literally, one Ravens game and the Chargers, and we're competing for the division. You know what I mean? Like, we're competing for the division with those two wins right there. Oh my God, huge hit on fucking the Jets. Damn. This is why we hate the Chiefs. Don't let Broncos in. No one cares about the Broncos being in the playoffs right now. They're not going to do anything. Everyone wants to watch. Dude, the Bills-Bengals playoff game will be the highest scoring playoff game of all time. I guarantee it. It's going to be like 75-73. There's going to be 4 safeties in it or some shit. It's going to be wild. A lot of time left. Jets do have the ball, though they're doing literally fucking nothing with it. It's going to be 3rd and 11. Why do I put myself through this kind of pain? This is going to get to like halftime. Both games are going to be out of hand. I'm just going to sit here for the next hour and a half crying. Sorry, we're selling. Speedy. I'm rooting for you hard. I have a soft spot for the Jets too. I am but Bills are my second team. So I can't have too big of a soft spot for the Jets, but I got friends that are Jets fans, and you guys are one of the organizations. I feel bad for your fans. Your organization just crushes you and hurts you every step of the way. There's no winning. I don't know if you were on when I said it, but like, I don't think Jets fans even want the like tank for a pick because the Jets are so bad at the picks in the draft. Like, they don't do a good job with it. They can't build the team. So it's like, just give us a win. That's what my experience around Jets fans has been. You can certainly disagree with me, but it's like, just give us a win. I feel like that's how the Panthers today were too, and they won. It's like, just give us the win. Like, fuck a higher draft pick. It's only going to change us a few spots. You know what I mean? What's a few spots? You have a soft spot for the Jets, but not the Cardinals. They're basically the same team. No, fuck the Cardinals. The Cardinals pretend to be the oldest team in the NFL. Well, other teams like Buffalo doesn't get to be in the same conversation, at least in oldest or older teams. Yet they switched the same way that like certain other teams did that don't get considered. So fuck them. I'm way too hard on the Cardinals. Irish is completely correct. I have no reason to hate the Cardinals. I don't hate them. I just strongly dislike them. They fire one okay head coach. They hadn't. Yeah. Yeah. We don't care about the pick. We want to win and want the Bengals to make it and beat the Bills. Yeah, I'll take that shit. If we don't make it, I'm rooting Bills. But if we make it, I'm rooting Bengals, baby. Fuck the Bills. I'm about to lose half my friends if the Bengals make the playoffs, at least for a couple weeks. I live in Western New York, by the way. So we are surrounded by Bills fans. See, we even got the Buffalo Blue because I like Labatt Blue, but it only comes in Buffalo. There is no option for non-Buffalo Labatt Blue. It's all Buffalo Bills blue. Like they don't exist. I don't know. I think it has to do with the fact that Carson Palmer went there, and like even though he was a whiny little bitch when he left the Bengals, I still kind of like rooted for him. And then they got to the championship and lost. And then Carson Palmer kept being a whiny little bitch, and I was like, you know what? Fuck you, Palmer. Dude, when they drafted Burrow and he kept whining about it, being like, Burrow needs to just refuse to be on the team. He was literally saying that. And then they were in the Super Bowl. The Bengals were in the Super Bowl. He goes on the media and he was still complaining about the Bengals organization and how Burrow is in the worst possible situation he's in, which is a bold fucking statement when a quarterback's in the Super Bowl. Oh, he's in the worst possible situation. I mean, maybe he sees through the Zach Taylor bullshit like all of us fans do, but still, shut the fuck up, Carson. And then he was selling snake oil. He's literally selling bullshit supplement stuff. Not your normal, like, hey, some people need some extra vitamins. No, like the fucking snake oil shit. Fucking A, Carson Palmer. No way we'd beat the Bills in Buffalo. We did it before. We'll do it again. Cardinals are the most forgettable team in the NFL. Maybe it's because they're so old. Maybe that's sad. Are we just saying that old people are forgettable? Oh, no. There's Grandpa Cardinals along with Grandpa Bears. They just sit there and play chess all day. We see them around the holidays, and then they fade into irrelevance. I'm sorry, that was kind of mean. That was kind of mean. If you have elderly family members that aren't pieces of shit, make sure you go and see them. Give them some love. If they're pieces of shit, they're pieces of shit. But that's a different thing. My grandma and grandpa were the fucking man. I always enjoyed visiting them. My grandpa also taught me how to play chess, but then I wasn't very good at it. So we stopped playing chess. He was unrelentless. He just kicked my ass so much. I was so little. Also, I have a book from him somewhere and I can't find it and I really want it's all about pool. It's an older book. It's not this one because I got a pool book here too somewhere. Oh, my marijuana cookbook. That might be fun to break out later. What do we want to learn about today as I get sad because Denver and Dolphins are going to destroy these other teams? Because the Jets just don't know how to play. Oh, a big pass for Denver to fucking get to the like 12-yard line. Yeah, dude. The Bengals are not making the playoffs. Kansas City is not going to win this game. The Dolphins Jets game is probably going to be within 3 fucking points because the Dolphins are somehow as bad as the Jets. Well, and Tua's hurt, I guess, but still. Yeah, Denver's about to score again. They're on the 13-yard line on 1st and 10. Scrambling around. Bo Nix got plenty of time. He runs it himself to gain 2 yards out of bounds. Dude, Kansas City's literally just not even trying. I knew that would happen too. Once Kansas City won that last game, so they didn't have to play for the first, I knew it was going to be over. If they had to play for the first, this week would have been insane because the Bills would have played better against the Pats too. Obviously, they didn't care. Would have had some really good football. Scrambling around, Bo throws it into the end zone. It looks like it was caught. That is a touchdown for Denver. Oh boy. That's so sad. We're going to have to change this to Bengals fan gets sad while watching these other games. Oh, yeah, and I do have these to pull up. Blink. Broncos. This Jets game is going to be embarrassing. All right. All right, I got all the stats up now. Holy cow. The Kansas City Chiefs had 5 yards passing, 0 yards passing, 5 total yards. Losing 2 scores. Wow. Well, then. You're having the worst week in Pick'em? Oh, no. How bad is it, Irish? How bad is it? I think next year I got to bring back the pick'ems and really commit to it, not worry about power rankings and other stuff, and that'll be the only weekly content I do. Because then I can literally just go through a few that I don't care about and just be like, I picked this, I picked this, I picked this, and then actually break down some other games, you know? Because I've already accepted I can't cover the entire NFL every week. It's just too much time with being an overtime working adult. Just not happening. But I think I can, if I adjust the way I do it, I think I can still do it. The Chargers just missed a 51-yard field goal. So that game's still pointless. All these games are pointless because the fucking Chiefs are going to just lay down and let the Broncos rail them. I always thought you had to go to Tijuana to see that kind of shit. Apparently we have it here in America. 5-5 isn't so bad. I feel like the Bills let them win just to give a fuck you, be like, you know what, Pats fans, why don't you beat us? You've beaten us enough times. Why don't you lose your pick? Because the Bills obviously did not give a shit about that game. Did not matter. You know, I haven't made anything out of this in forever. I like this too. The author of my marijuana cookbook is S.T. Owner. I bought 2 of these years and years ago. I gave one to my brother and I kept the other one. The one I gave my brother was the better one. That's why I picked 2. And I was like, let's look through them and give him the better one. This is still a fine book, though. Pothead pancakes, grilled chronic king salmon. That sounds good. Turkey pot pies. I love pot pies. Maybe that's something I got to make here soon. Maybe that's something we can do on stream too in the off season. A little bit of baked goods. Not the Texans would do the same thing to the Titans, but the Texans can't see the big picture. Nope. That's all right. I don't believe in tanks and stuff, but I mean, you guys were sealed. You guys were fourth spot, so your game didn't matter. You literally could have just screwed the other team by losing. But whatever. All right, so the Jets have the ball under center. Rodgers hands it off. Little spin move out of Brees Lightning, I believe it was. These are little screens, so it's very hard for me to see. I got the 4 games going. I should probably move the TV closer to me, and then it'll be easier. Preheat oven. Yeah, this is fucking dank looking. Might need some dank cooking. Now the tits have the first pick in the draft. Yeah, well, the turkey pot pies in the marijuana cookbook I have. I want to try that. They got tacos in here too. They got beverages too, which is something like, why am I not making those kind of well, we still got playoffs, folks, so we'll make some dank beverages here coming up. Yeah, fucking beverages, marijuana drinks. We got cocktails and shots. One's called Dirty Bong Water, which is the least appetizing name for a drink or shot I've ever, ever heard of. Disgusting. Rodgers gets it from a lonely shotgun. He fires it beyond the line of scrimmage and gets almost to the 40-yard line to bring a fourth fuckerooski. Could you fucking learn how to play again, Rodgers? Stop being a douchebag and play football. God, you used to be magnificent. I'm not upset the way this is going. One more game and we would have been literally in right now. Beat the Chargers. Or the Ravens. Honestly, one of the Ravens games won and the Chargers, and we'd be potentially number one fucking, well, not number one seed, but number 3 seed. Instead, we're going to be the first team out of the fuckarooski. Well, actually, second team out of the fuckarooski, honestly. I have drank bong water, hence why that literally made me feel sick to the stomach. Fucks you up, though, doesn't it? It was like a fucking bet or a challenge, one of those things. I like making really dumb bets and losing them, so it was probably a bet. But I am one to sometimes accept a stupid challenge too. And when I was younger, I definitely I took a little of the bong water, and it made my tum tum very upset. And it wasn't even like the dirtiest bong water. It wasn't like super. It was pretty dirty, but it wasn't like, you know how it wasn't like it was sitting for 3 weeks. It was like only a few days, but it was heavily used, if that makes sense. So at least the water didn't have time to get like actually like toxic. It is, you know, the weird part is, and I still don't understand this. It shouldn't be effective because marijuana is fat soluble. It's not water soluble. It must be the way that it like sits in there and gets that it mixes with other fats in your tum tum. Maybe it was just like what I ate around it and that, because it totally is effective. I don't know why. Or maybe it like filters the oils from the like plant matter and there's enough oils to then get it into your stomach, because it fucks you up. And it shouldn't, by my understanding of how THC works. Yeah, I do not claim to be a chemist or a scientist of any of that kind. I'm just pretty good at fucking cooking and growing plants and stuff. That's all I know. I'm above average in cooking and plant growing. That's it. Not an expert. But I still, again, do not understand why bong water fucks you up. It shouldn't. Oh man, they're already showing sad Jets fucking headlines from newspapers in the game. Dude, they're only down 3 points. I mean, the way they're playing is so bad though. They're just on field off, on field off. It's like, man, the Dolphins aren't even good. See, and that's what sucks. The end of the season happened, and then the Dolphins had the Dolphins. Well, the Colts had a really easy fucking schedule too, and fucked it up somehow. And then the Broncos had the hard one, but what we needed the Chiefs to need to fight for the 1 seed with the Bills, and it just didn't happen. Ah, I'm so sad. At least I get to share my sadness with everyone here. The Dolphins ruined all your predictions. For real, though. I mean, they're only up 3. The Jets can do this. They just need to wake up. Like, Rodgers is a good quarterback. I don't know what's happening here. I mean, maybe he's just done. The injury in older age for an athlete just fucking killed it. That might be what happened. The real question is, do you think Rodgers goes into coaching? Maybe not right away, but eventually. I kind of think he will. Get him. All right, so all but 3 yards to the Finns. Let's bring a third down in about 3 then. The Jets defense is doing their job. I would take the Jets defense and the Bengals, and then we'd be the fucking number 2 seed at least. Rodgers is old. Yeah, their line really isn't doing him any favors. I mean, when you got an old quarterback, you've really got to invest in the line, you know? You got to give him time to sling that ball because he's going to be able to, but like, he's not a young buck. Only with a shotgun, Huntley gets it, fires. It is caught for fresh fuckarooskies by the 30-yard line. Well, not like a head coach, but I mean like a coordinator. Not like a lower coordinator, not the offensive coordinator, but like an assistant coach below. I think he totally could do that. I mean, you could say what you will. He was really good on Green Bay. I think he understands the game to a very full extent. I think his body's just not letting him play well. And honestly, let's be real. How many quarterbacks have we seen be absolute booty cheeks on the Jets and then they move on and do better? Look at Sam Darnold. No one in here thought Sam Darnold was even worth a backup spot before this season. Then it's like, oh, it is the Jets. The Bears do the same thing. The Panthers for the past few seasons have, but it looks like they're actually Bryce is showing some good bright spots now. I think they might have started turning their culture around. Tepper's kind of shut the fuck up a little bit, and the coach they put in, I forget his name, seems to be helping develop. But like the Bears can't develop a fun quarterback. Like it's no coincidence that many high draft picks are busts in the same organizations. And then some organizations always keep the same quarterback for a long time. Like the Bengals. This is the third quarterback I've ever experienced. Say what you will about Andy Dalton. He went to 5 straight playoffs, and he was injured for 2 of them. And then Burfset is the one that lost 1 of them. I only put 2 of the playoff losses on Andy. We were also aggressively mediocre then. We should have at least made divisional rounds. I don't think we were ever making Super Bowls then in retrospect. He's the only one we've seen because they get relegated to nothingness. Oh, and that's not true. Geno Smith. Geno Smith turned out to be a pretty decent quarterback. He's not top tier talent, but he also wasted how many years? Now we're seeing Rodgers, who is a good quarterback, though age might be a thing. And like, yeah, we already talked about that. He's now on the Jets and he's this kind of bad. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think the Jets organization destroy quarterbacks. You know, it's just not a coincidence. Now, and there's plenty of time we can still. Zach Wilson, maybe he'll go on a team, get put in, and do really fucking well. We don't know. Oh, the Dolphins get away with it, running no problem. Just hit a foot, stays on his feet. He's taken down at the 2-3 yard line there, Bob. Chan. David Kingler and Achilles Smith. Yeah, I don't. Since I've been a Bengals fan, this is my 3rd quarterback. And I've got cards for 2 of them because Carson Palmer can suck a bag of dicks. Whiny. Dude, to be a snake oil salesman and whiny, that's bold. That's bold. I'm going to cry. Buy my fake stuff that's really expensive. So crazy. See, one of the things I'm very interested in doing my history videos coming up too, I'm very excited, is I want to learn more about the Bengals history. Because I'm getting to be honest, when was the organizational change? Like 2001? When we went to the current divisional setup? Before that, I don't know shit. I've never really pursued the knowledge of it either. Like after that, I'm pretty good. Anything I was alive for, I'd consider myself pretty darn good. No, I'm not an expert. I see some people ramble off so much stuff. It's like, dude, like, how the fuck are you doing that? Like, are you autistic? And not as a bad thing. Maybe that was bad to say, but for real, I know some people that like their football knowledge is just, I don't understand it. It's just so high. Like their football knowledge is higher than my musical knowledge. And I'm a fucking professional musician. And these guys are just like dudes. And I can't believe that they're not doing something with that knowledge. Cause like they could easily work for a broadcast team. Like not be the announcer necessarily, because I would not consider these guys like public speakers. But I mean, they could easily be working on the team that feeds them knowledge and stuff and looking and the research. And it's like, dude, have you ever pursued? I've even talked to some people I know. It's like, have you ever pursued? It's like, no, I just do this. It's like, and to be fair, they do. The one I'm thinking of a very specific guy, and I'm not gonna say his name because I don't have permission to say it on the internet. But he loves his job. He does drink distribution and he does part-time bartending, and he loves his jobs. Absolutely loves them. Has a great time. He's a great guy. He's got a good life. He's not like rich, but he ain't doing bad. So I guess why would you uproot something like that? And also, if he loves football so much, maybe making a job would make you not love it. But it just seems like such a waste of a knowledgeable person. It's crazy. Should see if he wants to do a fucking video with me. Today I get to delete your ESPN app because fantasy football and pick'em is over. Can't wait. The notifications are annoying. Yeah. I do not like app notifications in general. That's why it's when you guys bring up it's like, oh, turn on the notifications to get the smaller channels. It's like, yeah, but YouTube sends me so fucking many, I just ignore them. I get them, and I don't look at them. I did catch up on ELS's fucking shorts finally, and I looked at it. I'm only a month behind in his stuff, so that was nice to realize. I guess I watched more than I thought. I thought I was more behind. But the hockey stuff didn't turn up, and all his train stuff has been turning up lately again. It goes through like goddamn waves where YouTube's like, yeah, let's keep showing you this stuff. And then it just stops showing it. It's like, dude, I watch other train shit too because I love watching trains hit stuff. It's a very common video for me to watch is trains hitting shit. They were very similar in terms of contention to the current team in the early 90s. Other than that, you don't know. I forget the context of your comment, Biggest Diggus, and I apologize for that. If you could please fill me in. All right, so the Finns are going for a 28-yard attempt. It is good. Put 6 on the board because somehow the Dolphins are still so fucking bad right now that they can't get touchdowns. Yet they're still going to fucking win. 6-0. Dolphins over the Jets. Oh, the Bengals history. Okay, they were similar in terms of contention to the current team. I didn't know if we were talking about the Jets or not. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I hear. And then everyone does the Bungles thing, and it's like that kind of makes sense because back when we went to the 5 straight playoffs, everyone was referring to that. And then I know as much as like, oh yeah, we liked to, and that's this season in a fucking nutshell too. It's like the Bengals like to get fucking close, don't we? And then just shit it away. I blame Zach Taylor. If he has a job after this season, like, or at least take play calling away from him, you know? Maybe that's the only problem. Maybe I'm being too hard on him overall, but if he took play calling away, maybe the Zach Taylorings would stop. Take play calling away from Zach Taylor, at least. Maybe that's the chant we need to start. Because if I have to experience another season like this one and last season, because again, I know Joe Burrow was hurt for most of the season, but it's like, dude, why didn't we put Browning in games earlier in the season when Burrow was clearly not able to play? 3 points twice. Didn't let Browning see any time. And then when he got hurt differently, we put him in and Browning does fucking fine. And then we missed the playoffs by literally the last spot out. We were the last team not in playoffs. One more win. One more win, we're in. Zach Taylorings all the way. Dumb. Called the Bengals because how bad they were in the 90s and early 2000s. Yeah. And then the 2010s, which just fucking redid it. Well, were they that bad during the time, or was it like literally? My understanding was that it was, yeah, we didn't make anything, but we were always like close. Like just looking in, outside looking in, bungled it away. Because that's the context everyone's ever given me. Every year they were 3-13. Oh, then I'm thinking, am I thinking of the 80s then? Again, I was born in 92, became a diehard fan in like 8th grade, freshman year of high school. I do not claim to know things before my time very well. That's why I got to learn more. So I'm thinking of the 80s. Okay. So I'm just wrong on when the nickname. Seeing how like there's no context, and especially I don't live around Cincinnati, so it's not like people talk about this stuff to me. I know Bill's history better by a ton because I live in Western New York. So it's like the context is really hard to pick up from the bits and pieces you get. Nowadays it's way easier. Again, I mean, this YouTubing stuff didn't exist, and the talking heads are always pricks about who they cover. The TV talking heads, I should say. YouTube is fantastic. Our Super Bowl hangover didn't hit. We made the championship game the next year after the Super Bowl. Then last season happened where Burrow was hurt and Zach Taylor didn't want to do anything to work around that. All right, Rodgers throws it. It is actually caught by zero. Forget who that is. That's not. No, Brees Hall's 20, right? Ow, fuck. Oh, I got to change the quarter on these. Oh my God, an incomplete pass. Wow, that was a cool way to get up, though. 3rd and 5 now. Dude, Rodgers is not. Put Tyrod in. Come on, win this game. Tyrod in. I don't know. Is it Tyrod or Tyrod? I've heard it both ways. Pass interference on Denver. Yeah, that's what they're saying now, but for a while, I swear he was being referred to as Tyrod. Like, swear to God, it like was Tyrod, changed to Tyrod, and now it's Tyrod again. Like on a cat? Cats have Tyrods? Oh, Tyrod, yeah. I swear for a little bit, people were calling him Tyrod. Which confused me because I was like, I swear to God it was Tyrod. But let's be real, I've been wrong before. They moved the beans in the store to 2 places and there's no black beans still. Oh, well, kidney beans are delicious too. Actually, kidney beans are probably better than black beans. Or pinto beans are real nice too. I do like a little bit of the black beans though in because you get the mix and then you get all the proteins. I got chili. I made chili yesterday. It was delicious. Venison chili. I make it like a vegan chili base too, and then I add in the meat. That makes the best chili. So we got mushrooms chopped up in there too, real fine. Makes it a little meaty. And then I put about a pound of pound or a pound and a half of venison in there in the slow cooker. So tomorrow I'm just gonna literally make it again, and we're just gonna have chili for 4 days straight. Sounds awesome. Plus, we got to give some away because the man who gives us our venison, I've promised, because he gave us a lot of good venison, not just ground. He gave us some back straps. We got some roasts. So everything I make, I just give him a little bit of. I was like, dude, if you're gonna keep giving us venison every year, you can have my delicious cooking. Because I'm not good at hunting. I try like hell. 4th and 1, Denver's going for it. They shouldn't. They should just kick it. Oh, they call a timeout. Yep. Yeah, I make mean vegan dishes. I don't know why everyone here's like. I mean, I get like a lot of vegans are fucking annoying as shit, but like non-meat meals are pretty easy to make. The only thing I would have a real hard time with veganism would be eggs and honey. I like eggs and honey. I could probably. I mean, I don't want to go meat free. I love pork and chicken, but like I could probably do it other than eggs and fucking honey. If I had to, that is. I could eat chili every day. Yeah. I love beans and chili. I know very few people that argue that beans don't belong in chili thing because it's like, why? Beans are delicious. They add that little bit of texture in there too that's just so good. Plus, they're super fucking good for you. Let's get some. I swear, the people that argue that beans don't belong in chili, it's like you look at what they eat and it's like, dude, how hard is it for you to poop? Like for real. Al Michaels. Claims he's never eaten a vegetable, which I think is kind of a joke, but he clearly does not eat many vegetables. It's like, how the fuck do you poop? I need vegetables, and also like vegetables are delicious. Are you a child? You're an old man, and you're like, I won't eat a vegetable. Never have in my entire life. That's a weird fucking dietary choice. Also, it's very bad for your kidneys. Oh, dude, burgers and pizza are tied for my favorite food. Here's the thing, though. Have you had a decent black bean burger or like a portobello burger? They're delicious. You can still get burgers as long as you get good ones or make good ones. Like good black bean burgers are fucking awesome. Here's one of the problems. Those impossible burgers, it turns out, aren't good for you. Neither are regular burgers. They're no worse than a regular burger, but they're no better either. Like I don't buy the vegans. Anytime a vegan says they're vegan because of animal cruelty, it's like, you can just be a vegetarian. You cannot argue. I will never accept that honey is bad for the animals. That just doesn't make sense. The only reason honeybees are still alive in our area, they're literally an invasive species. They just naturalized and work fine. But like the only reason they're alive is because humans cultivate them. If we stopped, they would literally no longer exist. And like eggs. I get it if you don't want to buy store-bought eggs. But if you can always get eggs from a place like us, yeah, they're a little more expensive, but you'll never convince me that our chickens are suffering by giving us eggs. We love our chickens. We have fun with them. The dogs love them, and they love dog. They love single dog. Portobello burgers are fucking awesome. Girls don't poop until they're married, pregnant, or 40. I will die on that hill. That's what I read. That's the books I read where everybody poops except women after puberty until they're married, pregnant, or 40. Black bean burgers, portobello burgers. We have elk. Dude, I made elk burgers like a couple months ago. Oh, man, move over, bison. Elk was good. A little lean, so you don't get quite that like charredness that the fattiness of bison and and cow gives you. A little leaner. Because bison's already pretty lean. You could add in some fat, but like, then you're not getting elk flavor anymore. If you're adding in pork fat or beef fat, you're getting them beef and pork flavor. So the elk was super good. Venison burgers, you have to add in some fat to the venison. Oh, so good, the elk burgers though. Oh my god, they were good. Oh, books. I take it Carly told you to remind me. I bought you a book. I only bring this up. It's for your birthday. It was Steph's birthday a couple days ago. Happy birthday, Stephanie. Happy birthday. And I bought you a book, but it's pre-order and signed. So it won't be in until late March, I think. It's called Everything's Tuberculosis. And it's going to be addressed from the crew here at Dino's Drafthouse. The only reason I'm telling you is because it literally, I learned about that book and I bought myself one too. And I was just like, this is the most Stephanie fucking book ever. And I was like, there's a large chance she already pre-ordered this and she can still cancel it or I can. It's by John Green. He does some YouTube stuff with Hank Green, their brothers. And he writes a lot of books. He's an author, and he's a huge tuberculosis advocate. So it's literally a nice history of tuberculosis and like a modern take on how we're failing on treating it worldwide and how pathetic it is that we're doing such a bad job. Irish Miss, yeah, yeah. Irish Miss was yesterday. Yeah, Steph fell asleep on us, so she didn't come in and chime in for the game. I was wholesomely disappointed because we had Bill Squatch on too. Steph missed Irish Miss, missed Bill Squatch. Maybe I need to get rid of the book. I don't even know if you deserve it anymore. That's a lie. You deserve the book. Anyways, I wanted it for myself, and I was talking to Carl. I was like, dude, I want to buy this for Steph because like that's the most perfect fucking Steph book, and I want it because I like nonfiction. So Steph and Irish, your birthdays are only one day apart. That's kind of cool. If I'm remembering correctly, Steph's was Friday, and then yours was yesterday. Irish's was yesterday. How come the only points on the board is the teams you need to lose? Yeah, been wondering that. Already went through a phase of being really upset. Oh, nope, there's more points for Denver. Hang on, let me put more on there. They just fucking oh no, they're not. Oh my god. Denver just got a touchdown. Well, Kansas City almost did something to prevent it. Yeah. Bengals are not going to see the fucking playoffs, guys. The Chiefs literally almost intercepted it. And then off the interception, the Broncos caught it and got the touchdown. Well, I already signed on. I guess I'm stuck here for the whole length of these fucking games. It's not even halftime, not even close to halftime. Fucking A. That's all right. Let's keep talking about stupid shit and I'll keep updating my sadness. Birthday neighbors. Oh, I like that phrasing. I've never heard somebody say birthday neighbors before. The Bengals have never gotten 13 wins in a season. Little fun fact for you. All right, well, the Jets are actually moving the ball a little bit right now. With 10-10 left in the second quarter. They just crossed midfield at about the 45. Because the Jets don't even want to win. Gets snapped. Fires a big pass. It's caught. Gets to the 30. All right, maybe Rodgers is going to get... one touchdown with an extra point, and the Jets take the lead. I mean, let's be real. The Jets have looked like shit this entire game, but it's not like the Dolphins have looked good. Well, the Broncos game is out of hand. The Chiefs don't want to win. They're playing like conservatively for their bodies, which, okay. Second string's in. Bengals aren't making playoffs. I still want the Dolphins to lose so we can at least be the last team out so that we can be like, yeah, this is Zach Taylor's fault, guys. 2 years in a row. Like, even the years we went to the championship game / Super Bowl, like, Zach Taylor really tried to make sure we didn't. And we totally got Zach Taylored in that championship game and in the Super Bowl. Completely Zach Taylored. At least take away his fucking play calling abilities. Please, for the love of God. I should start a petition. The Jets just missed a touchdown. Big pass. Covered double. It will now be 3rd and 6 yards. It's a decent pass. The receiver just need to run like one extra step. Just one extra step, he would have had it. He leapt in the air instead. All right, shotgun for Rodgers. Fires it. It is caught. Get those downs. He's jukes a man. Gets the downs. Gets to the 10. Gets to the 5. He's taken down finally. Just shy of the 5-yard line. Wilson, number 5. You've been there, dude. Like, it sucks when you have to root for a team you don't like. Sometimes it happens. I mean, running it. No, he gets it out. It's a touchdown for the Jets. The Jets have tied the ball pending extra pointage to Tyler Conklin, number 83. Come on, Jets. Come on, Jets. Come on, Jets. Yeah. So it's 21-0 in the Denver-Kansas City game. If Kansas City doesn't score here, this game is going to be pretty much over. Extra point is up in the Jets game. The Jets get it. It will be 7-6 now. Come on, New Jersey. It is 1st and 10 for the Kansas City, Missouri. They probably had to just because of the Broncos Chiefs game being on CBS. They each get one because, let's be real, those are the games that fucking matter. Who cares about LA, Las Vegas? LA might get the 5th seed or the 6th seed. You know, like, it's not a huge difference overall. And then LA and Seahawks is like, they're both out, aren't they? Let's find out. LA. Yeah. The Seahawks are already out. Oops. Oh, what did I just do? Whoa. And LA's the 3 seed. So they're playing for either 3rd or 4th seed, basically, which is like, okay. So those 2 games are like, whatever, kind of booty cheeks. No one cares. So then you've got the other two games that are actually really matter. So they each get one of them. All right, so Kansas City, just shy of the 40 in Broncos territory, gets a snap. Wentz fires it. It is, what the fuck were you doing diving so quick, you dumb idiot? This is what I get for rooting for the fucking Chiefs. Garbage is on the field. Fucking garbage. It's 3rd and 9. The pass was fine. Man just decides to fall to the goddamn ground instead of actually moving for a ball. I hope you don't have to use him in fucking playoffs for if I'm a Chiefs fan. Jesus Christ, this is really a bad showing. I realize they're resting your starters, but man, if one of your starters gets hurt, so you guys are fucked, aren't you? Damn. Also, they have the logo in the center field where the horse is sucking a dick. All right, so they got fucking 5 of the yards they needed. It's 4th down. Cool. So Kansas City's going to fucking just do nothing, have a long kick. This is what I get for fucking needing to root for Kansas City. Zach Taylor, fuck off. Could have won one more goddamn game, and this wouldn't even matter. And we had so many that were within just a few points. Both Ravens games, 3 points. The Chiefs game, 1 point. The Chargers game was a 1-score game. I'm pretty sure it was within what, 3 points? Oh yeah, that's his 500th passing touchdown. That's right. The Steelers game was weird. We actually almost came back from that. We were playing such booty cheeks in the beginning and then almost came back. I don't think that's a great example. I also didn't get to watch that game completely through because that's the one we went to the Bills game, but like we were down bad. And then we came back. So that one's not as like dramatic as these other ones where it's like, no, literally in overtime, like we could have avoided overtime in the one game and he just went to overtime with multiple timeouts and a minute 35 left. Was it 3 timeouts or 2? I don't remember, but it was at least 2 timeouts and a minute 30 fucking 5. And we're just like, let's just go to overtime by playing just 4. And like the Zach Taylorings, dude. The Zach Taylor. That's why so many games are close because our team is so good. We keep it in there and then Zach Taylor. The defensive coordinator's been with us for how long? Like you have to put some blame on the head coach that's been doing all these mistakes. Is that why our defense is so bad? Because they've been looking pretty good in the last 3 weeks. Is he controlling a little too much shit? Let the offensive coordinator do the play calling, bud, because you're not very good at it. We just have a crazy talented receiving core and an amazing quarterback. So now if we had lost this last Steelers game, that'd be different. But the Steelers game, yeah, that one we almost came back to. That one should have been done like just after the half came back. Also a 1-score game though. Still was a 1-score game. Had its flaws, but I think that both Ravens games were similar, and then that Chargers game, like literally one of the Ravens games, because we did have to take at least one of the Ravens games to be in the contention for number 1 in our division, because if they beat us twice head to head, So you just give us one of those, which were both crazy close. So we need one of those, and then the Chargers, or just both Ravens games. I mean, honestly. But Ravens Chargers, I really feel, and because of where the Chargers are now too, like if we got those 2 games, the conversation would be so different. Also, Jamar Chase should be in the conversation for MVP. I'm sick of people saying, what about Joe Burrow? What about fucking Jamar Chase? Why is it a quarterback award? This is bullshit. Saquon Barkley, Josh Allen, or Jamar Chase should fucking get this award. Hands down, that's it. Those are the 3 that should be in contention for it. Screw Lamar. Yes, I'm biased. But like they have a more complete team than the Bills. Josh Allen is doing a lot of work on the Bills. Saquon did a lot of work in the Eagles. And Chase is literally insane this year. To take him out of our offense, we weren't even in this conversation. Especially with the Zach Taylorings. With a good coach, maybe, but what just happened? He just gave up the yardage. Why did you just give up the yardage? What happened to that Jets game? Well, look at this. Fires it. Number 5 runs for the downs. Just about to get it. Just goes back. Oh, he slipped a little. That was dumb. Fuck you, Wilson. You're lucky you got a touchdown. Dude, Wentz is not playing well. Wow. Oh, and then Mahomes is like, whoa, you can't just sack a Chiefs quarterback like that. It was a fucking sack, dude. Shut the fuck up. Maybe you guys should just block better. Dude, Mahomes pisses me off. He's turned into such a Tom Brady, you know? His metamorphosis into a Tom Brady is just insane. At least I get to like my quarterback. Josh's only flaw is that he flops a little too much. He loves to try to flop, which is hilarious when you run as much as him because it doesn't have the same impact. All right, the Jets get a nice game, get past the 50 into the almost the 40. Beautiful. Come on, Jets. I realize Denver's going to win here, but oh my god, dude. Well, this exposes how bad the Chiefs really are. Because Wentz should be a serviceable quarterback. He isn't winning, but dude, he's completely transforming into what Brady was. Like, just whines about everything. Everything's his. It's crazy. And I'm not disrespecting. I think Mahomes is a much better quarterback than Tom Brady. But the whiny is just like, dude, really? Last season when he fucking did the whole like, it was a good play to should be. It's like, dude, fuck off. Your player should have gotten the penalty a million more times. You just don't get penalized. You get all this shit in your favor, and you're gonna cry about one publicly? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's 3rd and 9 now for the Jets of New Jersey varieties. On 4th and 20, the Chiefs are attempting a kick, 51 yards. It is up. It is. Cannot tell. No fucking good. Of course it's not. This is what I get for rooting for the Chiefs. The Chiefs just do not jive with the Bengals, I guess. That's really what it is. No jiving. Fuck. Rodgers got pressure, he's sacked. Ooh, oof. On fourth down, too. Turnover on downs. Well, it's not just that touchdown pass because they still have Rodgers in. in. This is sad. This is sad stuff, folks. All I need. All I needed was the Chiefs to play a half-ass game. Just the saddest. Not ready. Not ready for our season to be over. I need at least one more week. So, Irish, have you gotten your fucking shirt yet? I was talking to Carly. I'm wondering if I could save up some money in the summer and just literally get my own fucking screen printing stuff and just literally do the shirts myself. Cause that is ridiculous. I just got a hat in. Oh my God, are you serious? Backyard bullshit's gonna work for the Broncos too? This is stupid. Nope. All right, I'm thinking maybe over summer when I gig again, I might save up some money and buy my own shirt stuff and just do my own store. Because this is ridiculous. Like, we're supposed to expect people to support us, and then you don't get your shirt for months? That is insane. Dude, when the fucking DH Gate and Alibaba ship faster than that. And then I actually thought about like doing bongs and stuff too then. Because then you'd have the stuff, because you'd have to get two machines. You have to get a vinyl machine and you have to get the screen printing stuff. And you do your screen print, and then we can vinyl print on stuff because it's got the big press. Put it on mugs and bongs and stuff. I think that would be fun. Dino's Drafthouse. We could put it on anything we wanted then, so the selection would be better. Because, like, dude, the convenience of spring would be nice if they actually fucking shipped it out. Oh, they don't care at all about the game. But yeah, I thought they would be in it at least a little. Like, the Bills at least played, you know? Yeah, this is a sad way for the season to end for the Bengals. One win, and we were in. Two wins, and we could have taken the fucking division. Crazy. See, yeah, if we get the screen printer, we can do tote bags better too. So I'm thinking the only issue is it's a big investment, and we've already done a lot of big investing, right? So I've got to wait until I gig again because we don't gig in winter. So once I get some gig money in over summer, that's when I can attempt to invest in that. But right now, we do not have the capital. I cannot keep. I mean, eventually it will pay for itself, but it'll take some time. Then we can make all kinds of cool shit too, though. Cool shit. Oh, maybe I can find secondhand stuff too. I bet there's a good secondhand market for that stuff. Maybe that could save me a few bucks too. But anyways, yeah, I gotta wait until I'm gigging again. Need the capital. You guys are more than generous in your donations, but that money's already been spent essentially. So, though the continued donations absolutely help. Thank you, sincerely. This investment will take gig money. But at least I have money from gigs to be able to do this kind of stuff. So that way we can do our shirts on our own. Also, it'll increase our profit from the shirts because the profit margin right now through spring is pretty low. But the advantage is you don't have to ship it. You don't have to do this. But if the shipping is going to take fucking 2-3 months, like, where's the advantage to I don't have to ship it if it's that bad? Like, it's really pissing me off. It's such bad business. Or maybe, I don't know. It's just like, why? And now no wonder Brandon Perna switched to his own store. I guarantee that's why. Tom still uses Spring, which is crazy to me. So we'll be able to make anything happen, with mostly anything, if we get our own stuff, which is cool too. We wouldn't be limited to what they decide to have. And like if somebody emailed and be like, I want to custom this with this, like logo we have available or whatever, I want it on this. We could largely make that kind of shit happen, which would be pretty dope. The ability to customize stuff, that would be pretty sweet. Be like, here's your logo. What do you want it on? It's less limitations. But again, I'd have to have a stock of some stuff too. So it would be a pretty large investment up front. I'll tell you what, if these history videos do well too, though, that would make it even more worth it too. We're finally growing in subscribers again. We were fucking losing for a while. We're back to 668. Thank you to everyone that subscribed. We got a bunch of new guys, which is super nice. Super nice. So obviously we're gonna do pool content coming up here. Maybe a little bit of the Ocho content, history content, rules content. The channel's not gonna die this time in the off season. Is really what I'm getting at. Thank you for coming back, but we totally let this die for like 4 months. I might do some UFL content that proved to be surprisingly difficult. I get really busy. The games are not at favorable times all the time. I'm a busy boy in summer. That's why the history videos and stuff will be nice because, like, yeah, I won't have them out weekly, but I can take my time and then I can put the time that they deserve in. Because how many videos have I put out? Be like, man, if I just had a couple more hours, this would have been way better. But they had deadlines. These won't have deadlines, which will be nice. Ooh, the Dolphins coughed the ball up. Got it back again anyways. No, they didn't. Did they? No, the Jets have the ball maybe. I think the Dolphins coughed that ball up. Oh my God. And now the Broncos are going for another kick. Oh my God. Can this pain just end? With 6 seconds left in the half, a 33-yard attempt for the Broncos to go up 24-0. That is a full 3-score game. It is up, and it looks good. It's good. Is it good? Not good? Not good. Good? Good. Well, not oversimplified. I don't have the animation chops for oversimplified. And that's literally the only reason I wouldn't do oversimplified because oversimplified is fucking awesome. Absolute top notch. But the style of like the way he talks, yes. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to put up with this ugly mug. I just don't have the chops for it. Not that it's ruled out forever, because that would be sweet. There's another one, Blue Jay does stuff like that too. It's really good. And I understand it's really, well, his is actually decent animation. Some of them are pretty shitty animation. And I mean that as a term of good. Like it's shitty in a good way. Like the thumbnails I make. I'm really proud of these recent thumbnails. They're terrible. But I think they're just terrible enough where they're kind of good. but I can't animate. I used to know Flash, but that's so many versions ago. Carly's been doing Flash. That's how she designs the shirts we've done. But that's adding too much time right now. So I think it's going to be more of the style like my rules videos. But I want to do multiple angles. I want to like, there's a table over there, green screen some stuff, fucking. Yeah, so like multiple shots to interchange through, maybe some green screen things to keep it funny. Yeah, Steph, you weren't even in there to see it. That one I was like, Steph and Irish are gonna love that one. Fucking Joe versus Wilson. Come on, that's hilarious. I love fucking making fun of president faces on the thumbnails. I started that early in this season with the Wilson discount bin, and it was it tickles my fancy. Yeah, I like making shitty thumbnails. The shitty Photoshop is just one of my favorite things, especially in a world of AI right now too. I feel like the shitty Photoshop it's better now. Like really good Photoshop used to be super cool because it was hard. It's not hard anymore. Gotta have an eye for the shitty. And I see other creators leaning into some shitty Photoshop type stuff too. And I think it's when it's done right. Like with AI now, I could literally blend the. All right, even without AI, if I was skilled, but the point is, like, it used to be a skilled thing, and it's just not anymore. Blend the thing in, colorize the black and white photo, and do the whole thing, and make it look like actually real. It's like, dude, if the head's not gigantic and stupid and just slapped on there, like, what are you talking about? And like, cutting that out is actually still quite difficult. The Jets scored again. The Dolphins do suck. Dang. So the Broncos are going to kick us out of the playoffs after we did everything correctly. And by everything, I mean everything in 3 weeks. Not the whole season. I'd still rather be the first one out than two out. You know what I mean? The grand scheme of things, when people look back in 3 years, I just hate that, like, see, and now we're going to be out of the playoffs. And now it's like, man, I wish we lost another one. So Zach Taylor was even on a hotter seat. I really hope they at least take away his play calling capabilities in the offseason, like, for real. They went for two and they got it. Wow. What's up, Rising Rhino? I'm halfway to sadness because the freaking Chiefs don't want to play. I will censor myself. They don't want to play. Dixon Way in the house. You were a very nice help for my wife earlier, Dixon, specifically because she had to go to work. So you were doing the stream for the Panthers Falcons game, and she needed you for that sweet, sweet play-by-play while she was working. So cheers to you, Dixon Way. I mean, we watch your content, Rhino as well. We love watching both of you. But today you came in extra clutch. Extra clutch. She was very sad about needing to go, and it's like, I gotta find something. It's like, yes, Dixon's on. I know Dixon's sad because of the at least he made you happy. The Panthers fan. Fantasy champ in the house. Yeah, Willie Snyder. I like the John dethroned Rhino. That was sweet. Got to watch that live. Well, we were live. Also, that fantasy league was super fun, Rhino. Please do it next year and count me and John in. 100%. Like, 100% we want to be in a league with you again. Please, please. That was so fun to do all season. Please let us in that again. I am having a fine Labatt's Blue in Bill's Zumba because that's the only kind of blue you can get in Western New York right now. I like blue. I felt like indulging myself with better than Bush today. We got Dusty Attic. You're new in here for sure. Jack McCool sticks the main, of course. Willie Snyder already talked to you a little bit there. And Irish, of course. God, for a minute I thought it was a soda. I don't drink soda. Come on. There's one thing everyone knows about an Alex Pelka. This man does not drink much soda. Occasionally I'll have one. The occasional vanilla Coke or something's tasty, especially if there's rum in it. But even when I make, like, if I'm at home making mixed drinks, it's occasionally it's with colas or sodas, but like I'm usually making fancier stuff using my shaker's not back here. Oh yeah, it is right here. Usually I'm using these babies to make something real tasty. Also, for anyone that is rating us that likes marijuana stuff, I'm thinking for playoffs, I forgot I got my marijuana cookbook. We might make some dank drinks. For only if you're in a state that's legal and you're of age, of course. Which is most states and most people. So, they got a whole thing for drinks. A Mary Jane's Martini. Just called Bourbon High. Indian Summer. Surfer on Acid. Hopefully there's not real acid in there because I don't do that. Maybe some shrooms, but not acid. Cappuccino Chill Out. That sounds delicious. I need a cappuccino machine. Anyways. The all booze 250, baby. Tasty beverages here in the... Oh, you're in the Mile High. Also, I actually don't care. any adult should be able to have any reasonable substance they want. Reasonable. Shrooms, weed, booze, you know. Maybe not meth or heroin. Let's stay away from that shit. Yeah, I know shrooms are legal there too, but like they're illegal here, but like you can literally buy them on the reservation. You can literally go to the reservation and buy shroom chocolates. Like they're illegal. So easy to get a hold of. I like a nice microdose of shrooms though. Well, as I've learned, my microdose is apparently not an actual microdose. A gram of shrooms is a nice time. I've never tripped on them. I've never taken a ton. Never. I just like a little bit. It's a good time. Sell pot at gas stations in Maine. They call them gas and grass. Ours have to be so it's legal in New York, but only certain dispensaries are open. But the reservation is just full of dispensaries, and they're all like attached to gas stations, but they're not. They're separate. The Seneca law says that they have to separate their businesses, which by separate, it's literally just like two registers or like a conjoining building. You just exit door, enter door, or go through a hallway. It's not like heavy separation. It's good to be close to a reservation. It really is. Dropped a dope new episode on Spotify. Nice. Willie Snyder here has a podcast on Spotify. You also have a YouTube channel. I should. You know what I can do? I just add permission. No, not moderator. I want to fucking. How do I do this again? Darn it. I gotta figure out how to give you permissions and then you can post your thing. Hang on. Hold tight, Willie. It's in settings. And then you go to permissions. No, community. There we go. Approved users. When did Ghost and No Struck it? And then it is. Hopefully this comes up easy. Pink. Save. Willie Snyder, I believe you can post a link now. Pull up the link and post it in there. You're not a moderator, but I gave you an approved user so that you can post your links to your stuff in here. Then everyone can go check you out if they desire. Want a Z wrench? The fuck is a Z wrench? Yeah, post your link to your Spotify and your YouTube channel in here, and then the people will know how to find you. I've checked them out; they're decent. He does a good job. No, I know you're not a mod. I'm just saying I gave you an approved user list. The approved user list allows you to post links. You can't post a link unless I give it to you. I don't want to go find your thing because it's hard for me to find while doing the stream and doing everything, especially from Spotify, because Spotify's on my tablet where I got your thing saved. So I approved you as a user so that you can post your thing. Unless you don't want to post your thing, then feel free to not. Yeah, you're an approved user. You can post links now. You can't you can't tell people what to do. You can only post the link. This is a good fucking pen. I'm so sad about this stupid Denver game. I really wish Kansas City would even try. And they've got their stupid horse sucking a dick logo on too. Jeez, I should make a short about that one. It should work. I made Rhino a approved user at 1.2 because he posted a raid or two. Link is posted. Link is not posted. You didn't send the link. You gotta put it in the chat. Did it not work? Did it just not let you? It's supposed to let you. Oh, maybe not. No, it's supposed to let you. Dang it. Maybe it's because I just made you one. It's not there. We'll figure it out. Let's see here. I got an idea. Here. Make sure I get the email right. More. It very well might. Send it to this email and then I'll post it. I'll just pull up the email. Because if you already have it pulled up, it's going to be, again, way easier. So if you just send it to that email. Well, I see Irish's email. Sorry for not answering. I do not check this email very often. How cold, Irish? How cold is it getting? You Texas bitch. The Gulf Coast is getting a bit nipply. It was 15 degrees today here. It was 15 degrees. And my poor wife has got to deliver pizzas in it. Out in the elements. So John gave her heated gloves though. They take batteries and like dude, they're great. I tried his earlier when we went to that Bills game. I tried his, so good. It's gonna get into the 20s. Oh, that's actually legitimately cold. All right, Irish, I give you, as a Buffalonian, I give you permission to bitch. You can bitch about the 20s. That's appropriate. But if I swear to God, if it gets to 30, you shut the fuck up. You're only allowed to complain if it is under 28 degrees. All right. Check the email. Ooh, yeah. See, if it's in the 20s and you got work outside tonight, you are allowed to complain. You're allowed to bitch, especially because you come from somewhere warmer. That I think that officially sucks, right? You need to get a pair of those heated gloves. Friggin' sweet. Yes, I do approve. I mean, come on, you got to give some credit somewhere. 20s is cold. And then if anybody from from the upper Midwest, they can chime in after this if they don't approve of that. But this Buffalonian approves of the 20s being like, you're allowed to think that sucks. Wish we could get more snow here in West Seneca. Boo! You like the cold? But then you don't have to go anywhere. Yeah. But then you don't have to go anywhere. I phrased that silly. I don't mind it until it gets really like when it's in the teens, that's when it kind of sucks. And like the wind makes things a lot worse. Like if it's not windy, the upper 20s ain't so bad. If it's windy, the upper 20s kind of suck. Calm wind, you're good to like 15 if it's completely calm, especially during the day. Because if it's going to be completely calm and cold, it's probably like a sunshiny day. The super cold days are often very sunshiny and surprisingly nice because of that nice open sky through the whole night. But yeah, calm wind makes things a lot better. Let's go. This is that one, right? Oops. Oh, there. Why is it not here? All right, I'm gonna have to check in a minute. It has not. Oh, unless it's. I bet. What if it's in? Let's check. Let's check. Let's check. Oh, wow. I have 0 spam messages. Crazy. All right, it's not in yet. I know the email does work because I have emails from other people in here. Working Sundays bullshit. It's getting real fucking tiring, John says. I agree. We're also not making the fucking playoffs, John. Denver is absolutely destroying Kansas City. 24-0. And they just got it's 12 minutes in the third. And they have the ball. Just sad. We need Denver to lose, and we need the Dolphins to lose. The Jets are currently beating the Dolphins and outplaying them, though they didn't start that way. But Denver's absolutely killing Kansas City's second. The Kansas City only has their second string in, and they are not playing. They do not fucking care. They are absolutely not playing. It's like they're losing on purpose, which is kind of sad. Couldn't change it if you needed them to win or lose. Yeah, we needed Dolphins and Denver to lose. We'll be the first one out. Ice storms do suck. They're like the most dangerous storms. Way more dangerous than snow. Remember, watch for bridges. Bridges ice before the regular roads because the regular roads are to the ground and they get some of that thermal energy out of the ground. But a bridge, boom, wind's going right underneath it, especially in an ice storm because things are wet. That cooling factor from the evaporation from that, boom, gone. Icy ass things. And guess which one's more dangerous? Bridges are more dangerous when it's icy. So be fucking careful on bridges for anyone that lives, especially in a non-normally cold and snowy area when you get ice storms. That shit sucks. It really does suck. Tangent actually kind of worked. Maybe apparently autocorrect just wants you to sound fancier. It just wants John to be a fancy guy. Because we're gonna be some Bills fans for the rest of the season. Yeah, that's absolutely what's gonna happen. I got a Bills jersey. I'm always gonna have something Bengals on too, though. I'm not that bad. Not that much of a cheater when things get tough. I'll have some Bengals on, but I'm also gonna wear some Bills for their playoff stuff. They're the adopted team. All right, check the email again. Shit didn't send. I don't know what the fuck's going on. There you go. Willie, I did not get. I have no email from you. I'm in all mail. Last one's from Irish in November. He's crying. Welcome to Bill's Mafia. Oh yeah, there we go. Is that actually in frame? Oh, it's not at all in frame. We got the Bengals. And we got some Bills there too. This way's better. There we go. All right, now I got to change another quarter. Man, keeping up with 2 games, kind of difficult. Especially when you're not paying attention anymore because your season's already over. You were the most photosynthesis guy I know. Nice use of many lettered word. All right. I'm going to run to the potty and be right back. All right, I'm back. The Jets Dolphins game is back going. We got 9:57 left in the Chiefs Broncos fuck you bowl over here. Fuck the Bengals bowl is what that is. Talk about Alex Willie's good. Too late. I'm back. I do not want to go to work tomorrow. Yes, we do. I got her. Well, let's double check first before I post it. Spotify, right to it. Bam! And the year review. We got her, folks. Bam. Let's get this posted for you. It is a Alex Pelka approved podcast. Bam. That is to Willie Snyder's Spotify link for the Willie Jackerson experiment. I don't want to go to work anymore. Fuck that shit. Yeah, you work like an animal too, Irish. And now you got to work in cold. That sucks. It actually sucks. But hey, at least we're here and alive and well, right? Dropped 20 minutes ago. Nice. I will check it out tomorrow. ELS hasn't come on. I had to catch up on my ELS stuff. I still got to do another video. Luckily, I didn't miss any. I did not miss any history videos. I was worried I missed one of them. Yeah, for anyone on, again, the link I posted It's for Willie Snyder here. He's got a podcast on Spotify. I've listened to it several times. It's a good podcast. Go check it out if you like that sort of thing. And I did check the link too. Obviously. Dolphins will have the ball back at the 40, their own 40. I started getting the shorts ones again, but not as hockey ones. But the videos didn't. But he hasn't posted a history video lately, which it makes me feel better because those are his best ones. Also, like his shorts game is actually really good. His shorts game is really good. No, I don't think there's a chance for the Bengals anymore. The Broncos are absolutely it's in the second half and it's an entire three-score game. It is 24-0. That is 8-8-8 to tie. This game's over. I'm paying better attention to the Dolphins Jets game because at least we'll be the last one out if the Dolphins lose. And we did beat the Broncos ourselves. We did everything we could. Honestly, I need to blame the Bills and ourselves because we let Kansas City win by one. Actually, the Bills beat the Chiefs. So I guess they did their part too. But they needed to be competing for number one. So who do I blame for the Chiefs then? Being in the situation. I guess I can't blame Buffalo because they beat the Chiefs. Well, you could definitely blame us, and specifically Jamar Chase. But I don't want to blame us. I want to try to look good. So who do we blame? Who do the Bengals blame for Kansas City being in this situation? Let's check. Oh my God. Kansas City has 70 total yards to 321 by Denver. I realize your second string is in, but seriously, is this a joke? They straight up don't want the Cincinnati in the playoffs. That's literally what this is. They straight up are losing because they don't want Cincinnati in the playoffs. There is no fucking way. 70 total yards at 325. No. And the Broncos have the ball. Because I just said a higher number than a second ago. And they have the ball. This is bullshit. Kansas City is literally tanking a game. I don't normally believe in a tank, but when you're 15-1 and you want the team you want in the playoffs, or you don't want a certain team, yeah, you can easily convince an entire team to tank in that situation. Get out of here, Fry. Fuck. That's exactly what's happening. Blame the Steelers. If they had shown up last week, then the Chiefs would have had something. I know. Yeah, Steelers. I can blame the Steelers. That's a good point. The Steelers had something to play for last week too. Yeah, but then I guess I can blame the Steelers. Blame the Steelers is easy. Technically, it means it admits that I rooted for the Steelers, but we're gonna pretend that's not a thing. So, yeah, fuck the fucking Steelers. They're the ones that could have saved this shit. Carson Wentz is a good one. I think Carson Wentz wants a Super Bowl ring, though. I think he's willing to tank for it because I know that Cincinnati is a scary team in the playoffs. We'd have to get through Buffalo, obviously, which would be very tough. But if we did, we'd literally face Kansas City after that. Like if the Bengals made it and they make it past Buffalo, Kansas City already has the bye. We literally play Kansas City next because we're the bottom seed. They don't want to play us. Their first game would potentially be against us. If not us, it's going to be against the next lowest seed that wins. So Chargers, Steelers. Yeah, Chargers, Steelers probably, or Ravens or Texans. But it wouldn't be Buffalo. The point is they wouldn't play Buffalo until the championship game. Number 1 and 2 seed can't. But the Bengals would be their first game in the playoffs, and they don't want it, and they're letting Denver win. And absolutely the players would want that because they don't want to play fucking Cincy. They're scared of Cincinnati, and that is literally what this is. Don't normally subscribe to conspiracy theories, but your Kansas City doesn't want the Bengals in scenario. That's not a total conspiracy in the like regular way people think of conspiracies. Like it's not like an NFL rigged thing. And I don't believe in true tanks. Like bad teams don't want to tank. The coaches don't want losses. That makes them look bad. And if your team's that bad, you're probably going to get fired in the next year, even if it's not your fault. The more losses you have, the harder of a time it's to get your next job. Players don't want to because these guys are possibly getting cut or replaced. They don't want to. You can't convince them, and you can't pay them because you're already paying them what you're paying them, and there is no underground paying of players. I don't believe it. They just make too much money for that to. It would be too many players. That's too much fraud. Too easy to get to. So a true tank can't exist, but a 15-1? Yeah, they'll tank to not have the Bengals in. They don't have to play Buffalo next. The Bengals would be the next scariest team. To someone like the Chiefs specifically. I actually don't think the Bengals would have gotten past Buffalo anyways. I think it would be a really high scoring game. I think it would be relatively close, but I really do think that the Bengals were going to be one and done in the playoffs. Truly. Especially with the way that we played all season and all the Zach Taylorings. Honestly, but I still wanted to be in there. Like first off, we could win if you're in. Second off, I'd rather lose in than fucking not make it. What do you think of your bass lines that played on the backing tracks in your podcast? Groovy and smooth, I guess. Like solid. Well timed. Like they're in time, which is very important. That was something when I was doing. So if I have bass lines I put on videos on my other channel that I'm gonna like redo here after the Super Bowl, revive and change. I did melting videos, but I played bass on the first like 5 of them. I played bass, and my biggest problem was that I didn't play in time. I thought I was playing in time, and then when I tried using a metronome after, I was having a fuck all time with it, which is sad. But even when I was doing it, like the way I was playing was like weird because it was just by myself. I didn't like that. Yeah, mine was by myself, so I would say timely. Rodgers is on fire so he can retire on a high note? I mean, so you're basically asking, do you think Rodgers is going to retire? I think it's a flip of a coin, honestly. He might. I wouldn't be surprised either way. I don't think he's switching teams, though. If he stays, I think he's going to stay with the Jets, unless they don't want him, which would be funny. Rather miss the playoffs than get the 7th seed, as long as Zach Taylor got fired. There was a preface to that, Irish. It is as long as Zach Taylor gets fired. And I will actually say now that I will improve that to, or loses play calling. To the, like, take play calling away from him or fire that asshole. Like, one of those two things. Maybe all we need is him to not call plays. He did do a nice culture shift in the Bengals. There's no denying that part. So maybe he just shouldn't be doing play calling. I'll accept that. But that was the preface. That was the preface to me saying I'd rather miss the playoffs. As long as we lose Zach Taylor's play calling. Oh, I didn't update the Jets score, did I? No, I did. Oh, no, I did. Yeah, okay. 15-6, that's correct. Dude, like, gonna miss by one fucking spot. Just like last year. I really wanted it last year. Last year would have been a great prove it year for a coach like Zach Taylor. And the fact that we didn't make it with all the talent and a quarterback that did fucking awesome. And the fact that we used like everything that happened last year was just the whole resume of fuck Zach Taylor. But most of last year, a large part of last year, that's the problem with him being head coach. The personnel decisions. Why was Burrow in? 2 of the games were 3 fucking points. 3 fucking points. And we didn't put our backup in. Well, he's clearly limping to those 3 points in each of those games. Like, what the fuck? And then he got, obviously, the second injury was unrelated. And then Browning turned, like, and I even said in preseason last season when I watched, I was like, man, Browning looks pretty good. And like, yeah, you're right. A lot of the passes were dropped and not made in that. It's like he's also playing with third string players. But the way he was throwing and acting and moving, I was like, that guy looks good. And he did. It would be epic if Rodgers goes into the playoffs for the next season for the Jets. That would be awesome. If Rodgers needs to go to the Vikings, let's be real. They don't need Sam Darnold doing really well. They should take washed up Aaron Rodgers just to like make everyone laugh for a few weeks or an entire season or decade. Like just like what does Green Bay do to their quarterbacks? It makes them go to the Jets and then their fucking main rival. The Jets need new owners, let's be real. They need a big organizational shift. It is not at the player level or the coaching level that the Jets are this bad this long. And that was true of the Bills. The Bills just lost, and they were terrible. And then there was ownership change, which led to management change. It's no surprise then the organization starts doing good. Look at the fucking Washington commies. Bad ownership leads to management change. When you change it, and boom, now they're looking decent earlier than we all expected. And I think the Jets are in a spot where it's like, yeah, I think they need at least management change, but it's often the owners being too dumb, self-indulged or something, rich assholes, to fucking see that because they're the ones that make that first decision for the management, that can't be the problem. That can't be what's wrong. Because their decisions are always good. No bad decisions happen at that level. So I think that's a big problem with like that style of management where it's like, dude, I don't care if you're rich or whatever. Like you're clearly rich to buy a team. Everyone makes mistakes, picks wrong, does whatever. Fix your fucking management. It's been so long. The Bengals, we didn't change families, but the management shift did happen. Like the old heads gave it down to the new heads, and by new, still actually kind of old. But that's led to big changes and big growth. And that's the problem I think the Jets have. They are cursed by management problems, and it starts at the ownership. I missed a touchdown from the Broncos. It's now 31-0. The Chiefs are going to accept a fucking blowout just to keep the Bengals out of the fucking playoffs. Like, it's clearly what's happening. That's absolutely clearly what's happening here. They do not want any chance of winning this game. Ooh. I just read Carly's comment. I didn't see it. Honking your horn at people. It's just rude. Just rude. It's rude. This is so sad. It's even sadder that Kansas City isn't even fucking. I mean, they're not trying. Like, they want to lose. Like, look at that. Andy Reid knows what he's doing. Again, individual players are not ever going to be able to be convinced fully to fucking do bad. But there's things you can do to make a team. Like, look at the Browns. The Browns wanted to lose this season at the end. They need draft capital. They need to get through 2 years. They've freed up $42 million by restructuring with Watson, spreading out the guarantee a little bit. He's going to be the second string next year. It's already, I mean, the writing's on the wall. They finally made something, but like, they took Winston out at a certain point where it's like, no, we need to look good. Now it's like, okay, now we look so bad. Just take Winston out and let's just lose and lose and lose. And that's what they did to do it. It's personnel choices. They made sure the players playing were just the best chance of losing. And like Andy Reid here is clearly playing the worst plays he can. Just making the situation as bad as possible. The Hill Screaming Mini. I don't know. You can't just think. Number 15. Oh man, they turned the game off. Wait, I pay for Sunday fucking ticket. You can't just turn the game off. What? They turned the Chiefs Broncos game off on my 4 screen thing. Even I pay for Sunday ticket. You can't. I don't care how bad it's going. The fuck? This is not cheap. That is fucked. So the Jets are going to have to settle for a kick. They don't have to. They could go for it. Almost got the tutty there. They're going to kick it. That is a smart decision in their spot in this game. They are outplaying the Dolphins pretty fucking well. Get some more points on that board. Just make the gap bigger. 20. It's a 20-yard attempt. Maybe you should just go for it. They took the points anyways. I think maybe they should have just gone for. Well, he's a new kicker too, I believe. So maybe they gotta make sure he can make short guys for next season. Oh, sad. Dude, I might write them a fucking strongly worded letter. Like, I do not pay this much fucking money for this to have a game turned off. Well, I guess I better just go to the Jets game since I don't want to watch the other one anyways. I suppose. Oh, wait, can I still? Yep, I just even clicked on the direct game for it, and it switched over. Hang on. Now, what about this one? Oh, wait, is this just Ireland? Are they switching over? Okay, nope, the game is still available to me. I just can't watch it on the 4-screen thing. That's what it is. Well, I don't want to watch this fucking game. Change this to the 4th. Bengals booze went up to one, just went to $1. Oh no. Well, let's go, Buffalo. Been a Buffalo fan the whole time. Wear my grandpa's vintage hat. It's so sad. It's so over. Like, there's no hope. We're out. If Zach Taylor keeps play calling capabilities, we should have gotten 4 wins. Aaron Rodgers contemplating life in his last game for the season. It doesn't matter, Dolphins. You can't win anyways. I'm glad to be here. I can't believe it took to the last week till I had to join the Bills Mafia. I thought I was going to be joined 3 weeks ago, the way we were going. It's crazy. We were down to like a 1% chance of winning the playoffs, and then every week it went up 4. Until we got to this week, and then meh, 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 meh. So sad. So I just have the Jets game on now. Still in the 3rd quarter. Listen, Steph, I'm not AAAing until tomorrow. There's still a chance the Chiefs can come back and win. At least I got yesterday to still be happy. And this morning. 5:53 in the 3rd quarter. Gets the snap, hands it off. Gonna give fresh baked downs for the Dolphins and another one. Collapsed in the leg department. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Yeah. Fucking fruit fly. Oh man, we got another sub during today too. We're at 669. Now we're back to 668. Well, that's the most depressing thing that's happened. Man, I'm already fucking losing. Then I see it and then I refresh it and it goes down again. Hey, at least we're 668. We were losing subs fast for a while. And now we've recovered. Thank God. That was getting stressful. My tie-breaking procedure's still doing well. pretty happy with it. 199 views in the last 28 days and 380 overall. This video's done fucking awesome. The watch time is way higher too. That's doing great. Sad day for the Bengals. Sad day for the Bengals. Thus, the rest of the world. We are Cincinnati. Joe Burrow must now go into the pudding bath, as is tradition. As is tradition. As is tradition. I think that's better. I'm doing kind of a bad job on the Canadians today. I think my South Park Canadian's normally better. I don't know what's going on. Just sadness, self-loathing. Oh. Everyone's watching a Bengals fan fall apart live. Jets are doing it. Jets are doing it for me. Fucking Chiefs keeping us out of playoffs on purpose. Too bad I don't have any shots. Drink my sorrows away. Go! Barkeep, give me another one. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh boy. It's even more upsetting that it's not even a game. It's a 4-score to nothing. Like it's a 4-score to nothing. You cannot. That is crazy. They could have at least like played at all. Like at all. Bullshit. I say. That's frustrating. Well, unfortunately, the Bills might make me want to shout. Well, we have over a quarter left in this stream. Damn! Seeing if that Dolphins catch was a catch. It's not. He doesn't survive the ground. So the Jets have challenged that being an actual catch. I don't think he survives the ground there. Oh my God, it's 37-0 now. Dude, like, you cannot convince me anymore. 38. Sorry, because now the extra point, of course. Yep, 38. Extra point. You cannot convince me that the Chiefs aren't doing this on purpose. And I don't believe in true tanks. There we go. Make sure that Bills is visible. It'll work. Put my Bills thing on now. Not the stupid Broncos, stupid Chiefs. They're not even trying. No. The Chiefs are going for an absolute blowout because they want to have an underdog fucking story too. They want to be like, oh, you want to go into the. That's why the Chiefs movie even had them almost missing wild card. They want the victim fucking complex. They fucking want stupid. They want to be underdog vibes, but like, no, you're not. And then they're like, everyone doubted us. No, they didn't. They just don't want to talk about you anymore. And they're definitely doing that as a twofold. They don't want to see the Bengals in playoffs because there was a potential their first game would be us. Now their first. Texans will probably lose to the Chargers. So they're probably going to play the Chargers now. A divisional game. Yeah. Or no. Oh. Chargers or Steelers. Either Chargers or Steelers will win, and then they'll be the lowest seed. One of those two teams will win. Dude, they're not even trying a little to score, and they're not even playing a little defense. They want the Broncos to go into the playoffs too big. They want the Broncos to lose in the playoffs. They want to play either the Steelers or the Chargers, solid move, in the playoffs, and they did not want to meet the Bengals, even potentially. They don't probably want to play Buffalo either, but there's no way as the number 2 seed, Buffalo being the number 2 seed, for them to even try to do any bullshit about them meeting them. If the Bills went out and the Chiefs went out, they can only meet in the championship game. That's it. So there's nothing about that. This blowout loss is the best case scenario for the Chiefs. And all the talking heads are going to like way overanalyze it, being like, are they bad? I mean, maybe, but not because of this. Damn. Flag thrown. Oh, still have the challenge flag out. I don't even know what happened with that challenge. I was too busy sad talking. Sad talking. 30 seconds left in the third quarter with the flag thrown. And whatever it was illegal shift and it was declined. Oh, no. Not declined. It was this, not this. He did this. I think illegal shift should be the one hand like they do in college. Technically, the NFL can do either, but they always do this, and it looks too much like this. One hand. That's what I say. Just the one hand is the way they should do that. All right. Huntley gets her. Fires behind the line of scrimmage. Gonna get a nice little play there. Oh my God. What if the Dolphins win too? They could still come back. I don't want that. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that life. Damn. Quarter. We're in the fourth. Commercial break now for the change of quarters. As is tradition. At least I get. At least I know I got chili coming after this. Got a nice hot bowl of chili. Straight to the face. Super sad. Super sad stuff going on over here. I'm kind of shocked we haven't had a troll in here yet. I'd even welcome it. Troll away. Troll. Troll. Dolphins won't come back. Coach Capri Pants is Coach Nick Kroll is already crying over his loss. Well, because the Broncos are winning anyways. I believe the Broncos have them anyways. The Dolphins winning doesn't matter anymore. The Broncos are in. The Dolphins needed the Broncos to lose. And he's already got the news. Like the Dolphins already know they're out. Crazy. 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 Ah! I don't fucking like this. I want a refund. I, the Broncos have the ball back again. Should I be watching the Broncos game over the fucking Dolphins Jets game just to watch the sadness ensue even harder? It's 38-0. The Chiefs have 95 total yards to 451. The Chiefs are trying to lose. This is bullshit. The Chiefs are literally keeping the Bengals out of the playoffs. I've been saying it all season. The Chiefs really want an arch rival. I think they found it now finally in the Bengals. Key is they have to lose the playoffs though. Otherwise the Bills keep contending for the spot. And if there's two arch rivals, well, then you just kind of suck. This is super sad. Super sad. Throws it away to no one. Let's see if the Dolphins can get a score here. They are down 2 scores currently. Young in the fourth quarter. And the Dolphins did, in fact, score. This is just sucks. And the Jets are the ones that pulled through for this. The Jets are the ones that are going to pull through. I mean, granted, yeah, Dolphins just scored, but like, good. The Jets should win. Let their fans have something, some resemblance of what it feels to just feel. And it is up and good. We got 12 to 8 or 13 to 18. And the Dolphins' third score of the game. Now let's fucking go chime into Broncos chefs. I bet you as soon as the Chiefs get the ball back too, they're gonna do like a crazy drive to just make sure it's not a blowout. 4:48 left in that game. Beginning of the season, prognosticators were hyping the Jets and Dolphins in the AFC East and dismissing the Bills. Probably, yeah, dude. I don't know why though, and like a lot of Bills fans were falling for that shit. It's like, why are you so down on? Like, what are you talking about? You've got so much rookie talent. Yeah, but what if they won't work out? It's like you have like 13 brand new pieces. That is so many. Someone's gonna work out, and they did. Yeah, a lot of Bills fans I knew, not all of them, but a good amount were like, oh, I just watched this thing and I think they're right. The Bills terrible. No. Who day? Hello, Sage, Ohio. Too bad. Denver, well, Kansas City is being a piece of crap. Kansas City wants to get blown out. They want to be the underdog going there because we got blown out in the last game. Slash, they want us not in the playoffs. So they've done everything. Look at Bo Nix with his overconfidence. Then they're going to go in with too much confidence, lose to the Bills, and then the Chiefs are playing either the Chargers or the Steelers next. Crescito. We were talking about we didn't bungle it. Well, we kind of bungled it. We got Zach Taylor. We didn't get bungled. We got Zach Taylor. One Ravens game, one Ravens game, and the Chargers game, and we could have been winning the division. Amongst all those close games, or we just won more games in general. But I mean, those two games. Bullshit. It was terrible. Now I'm just a glutton for punishment. I'll switch back to the Jets-Dolphins game when this absolute murder fest is over. Denver and KC. I turned it back over to this after the Dolphins scored again. Second and 9 for the Broncos, for the Horsies. Shuffle to 23. Going to get a few yards. They're just gobbling clock. So now they're going to go down to the 2-minute warning. Well, I guess we'll go back to the other game for that at least. Come back in a few minutes. 38-0. The Chiefs three-peat. You'll let Joe gets Lombardi. I don't think he wants that. You guys are being piles of crap, keeping us out like this. Cowardly move. Is it just me, or I switched from the Kansas City to the Jets game, and the Jets Dolphins game literally like almost looks like it's in sepia tone. It's like fucking old timey, but not black and white, except very high def. Well, why is everyone so fixated on New England? That and the Eagles game are just like, okay, yeah, those ones happened. Cool. When you look at the games we played and the way we've lost and done everything, New England is not the game that's the problem at all. I get New England was bad, but like it was week 1 and like the way it went, like, okay, where all these other games were just Zach Taylorings and so close and high intensity. That first game was the only non-high intensity game of the season. The Patriots game is the last game, I think, is the reason that this season's happening. Again, there's a reason I'm fixating on the Chargers and just even one of the Ravens games. Like, there's a reason I'm fixating on these ones. Like, those are the important games we lost. Those were the ones we absolutely should have had one of the Ravens games. And we should have beaten the Chargers. Hands down, absolutely. Because Washington was fucky, but that was like Washington just turned on and played. That was the best game of the season. And our defense isn't, great. But no, the Ravens game where we lost in overtime when we had a minute 35 and multiple timeouts left. That one is ridiculous that we didn't even try to not do overtime. To even try to hide the fact that they won to the Broncos. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Chris Zito, you're just fixating on the wrong fucking thing. Like that is the last that game is that in the Eagles game, like, okay, yeah, we lost those games. The rest of them we didn't. Like every team loses a couple games a year, basically. We just lost those ones. The other ones, very different. All of the other ones, in fact, which is stupid. Big pass for the Jets. Gonna get to the 15. Can we borrow your offense? Yeah, the defense was terrible. Absolutely. Defense was terrible. Yeah, I would no, you can't. Unfortunately, like, I'm sorry. Chase Burrow, they're a package deal and they're stuck with the Bengals. And like Higgins, if we don't sign Higgins for next year, I'm gonna be like legitimately pissed. Higgins and Chase need their contracts. You fucking assholes. And then, well, Yoshi Voss is rookie. Gasecki, I don't remember what his contract is, but he's probably not that much to keep. If he even needs a re-up, which I don't know if he does. I don't know. I got to look into that shit. I haven't been there yet. I was just trying to get through this season and hoping we were going to be good today, but the fucking Chiefs let it get away. Fuck! Ugh. Oh, yeah. Trey Hendrickson needs to stay. Sample? I wouldn't be that upset if he left. I like him. Hendrickson, Taylor Britt has had a lot of penalties this season, but we need to keep someone. Like we just let these players go. Like Jesse Bates, we should still have Jesse Bates. We don't pay people. Focus on the fact that one of the Chargers is Pickens 3. Pitkins 3. That is a good cat name. So your first year in fantasy, you won in 3. That is stupid. Yeah, Buffalo's window closed a couple times too. The Patriots always had a closed window, of course. And the Chiefs window closed last season. We can do better in the offseason getting our team built, and we can build it on the cheap if we really need to. But the fact is, we really don't compared to other teams' caps. Everyone's like so concentrated on Burrow being like, oh, his contract. Like, yes, it's big, and I think it's too big. But guess what? He's not even close to the top anymore. And after this offseason, 4 or 5 more quarterbacks will get their contracts, and they will be higher, and he'll be like 15th highest paid. The fact is, quarterbacks in general are too paid, but that's the realistic cap is just go down from there a little bit. We can absolutely afford all the pieces we need to have. We can absolutely get it done and have it. It is crazy. I mean, the organization does not always manage well, but we absolutely have the space. We are not in that situation. We're in the situation where this team should have been a fucking absolute Super Bowl contender from the beginning. And we got Zach Taylor. I'll tell you where our problem is. He needs to stop play calling, at least. If this gonna say. Oh my God. It got so. Oh, or is it over? Missed it. Yeah. How disappointing. First shutout you've ever seen at the Chiefs, of the Chiefs in Mile High. Yeah. I believe that. I mean, shutouts don't happen very often. It's all a ploy. They did it on purpose. Jets have another score, and they are now kicking off. It's 13-25 in the Jets Dolphins game. This will now the Dolphins losing will just lose us one round in the draft, which does not actually matter. 17-18, like whatever. Yeah, Chargers versus Texans. Duh. Stupid. Fucking stupid. If anyone's joining us, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing. Gonna do some history videos and stuff. Pool content, as in billiards pool. Though they're different games. Pool content. Gonna try to work towards our Billiards University exam from Dr. Dave. That's a big goal we're gonna have. And some other things coming out too. So we'll have some live streams still. Won't die as much as we did on you last year, and hopefully get some videos out. They're not going to be super regular. Yeah, the Chargers look okay. They'll lose first round. It's fine. I hope they do. I was not planning on it, but maybe. I'm kind of sad. Lions versus Vikings is going to be a really good game. Be kind of nice to move into. Maybe I can slide this one into it. 9:05 left in Jets Dolphins. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like streaming another game. I'm going to be honest. My gusto has been squeezed out of me like a cloth. Terrible. Delay a game for the Dolphins? Nope, no flag thrown. Close. And he gets he's sacked. Ball came out. But no. It's just dead. It's just the sack. I did not predict the Chiefs scoring no points. I thought it was going to actually be a decent game. And then once it got out of hand, it's when I realized, oh, the Chiefs are pulling something. That was on purpose. Squealers better lose their first fucking game. No, no, no. I will be bandwagoning the Bills. That is my official bandwagon team. John's as well. Fairly positive, Carly. This will be a bandwagoning household. Proud bandwagoners. Sad bandwagoners. Crying. Used bandwagoners. I think they want part of that narrative. They want some Chiefs bullshit, is what it is. It's very strategic, and it was probably a good idea. That's the worst part about it. Is that I can believe because it does benefit pretty much everyone. Except Carson Wentz. But like he still gets a Super Bowl ring if they get back again. I don't think they necessarily tried to get zero, but I do think that they made the decisions and the plan to lose real bad. As long as the schedule works out nicely, yeah. I want to do a lot of playoff streaming. I'm not going to do every game, especially in the wild card. Divisional, I'll probably do well for. And then champion, of course, I'm going to do both championship games and that. Wild card, as long as it fits nice. I mean, I'd like to do it. Obviously, we're doing Bills, unless I don't do Bills. unless I unless I go unless I go party with some Bills fans for Bills, that is actually a real possibility. So my holiday movie, yeah. So another thing is watching sports movies and doing another reaction vid. Since you guys enjoyed that a lot, I just got to figure out which movies to do. I mean, maybe The Blind Side, especially since all that shit came out about it. I've literally never watched the movie before either. So The Blind Side could be a fun one to do a movie cover of. We'll see if I'm going to do bad movies in general. I'm going to have to move that over to my other channel, which I'm trying to revive, which is absolutely a thing we can do. This channel needs to stay sports adjacent. Like pool will obviously be part of it, but pool's a sport. Like this will always be sports adjacent. And then the other one's going to be like the not sports adjacent stuff, honestly. The Room? What's The Room? 2003. All right, well, that review's all I needed. I think The Room sounds like a good contender for the other channel to do a movie review, honestly. How's that sound? Yeah, I renamed it to Dino's Crucible. See, that's. I think I'm gonna have to consider doing my own store, my own shirts, my own stuff. What's I do love a really good bad movie. Like I love bad movies. I even kind of enjoyed the Chiefs movie. I'm not even gonna lie. It was pretty bad. Like the whole Santa plot was so bad it made it good. Like that whole Santa plot that they had making it seem like Santa's always around was like, no, dude, some creepy old gray-haired, well, white-haired beard dude is always around and not in the way you'd like. And then he steals your shit and takes your money. A lot of his money. Dude, the scene where he just watches it go in like that. That's where I was like, dude, somebody did this on purpose. Like they're making Santa creepy on purpose. Like the whole plot of the movie is Santa stole your shit. You got scammed by a fake Santa, claiming to be at the real Santa. Down to he's literally named at the real Santa 888888. I call bullshit. Nice stop by the Jets on first and goal. Now it's second and goal for the Finns. It's the best 30 seconds of my fantasy football life. I don't know what you were doing for those 30 seconds, but sounds like you enjoyed it. Meant the actual movie. 5:24 left in the game that went the way. Well, maybe not. Finns just got a touchdown. Oh man! Oh, there's a flag though. Flaggage. Is today the championship? Oh no. No, yes, it last. Yeah. No, we're done. And boop. It is now 20-25. Another 5-point game. Interesting. So you went just first season in, you just went hard. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna do this 4 times. I did one. This is my first one. This is the one. Greg Olson, you're better than Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady being in the booth. Can we all agree on that at least? I don't care if you love Tom Brady. That guy sucks. Later, Sage, Ohio. I hope you have a great night. And join us here for some playoff foosball. We'll be doing a few of the wild card games, probably all the divisional games, championship, and Super Bowl, of course. So come join us. All right, so the Finns will be kicking off to the Jets. If the Jets are smart, they will waste almost all of this clock. It'll be a touchback, need in the end zone. I gotta go potty. All right, we're back. With just over 5 minutes of foosball left in the Dolphins-Jets game. Three championships, 1 second place. God damn. Well, good first year doing it. Let's go through some more. What else can we make on here? We got drinks. All right. Ooh, a spaced out banana shake sounds pretty good. Two grams of Bud. Holy cow. Milk, ice cream, 3 bananas, an apple. Ooh. All blended together. Sounds pretty good. 2 grams of Bud is a lot of Bud. Pot chocolate, that's a favorite of mine. I like making pot chocolate. All right, here we got the stir crazy shake. 2 grams of Bud again. Jesus, that's a lot of Bud. 3 cups of milk. That's a lot of milk. It's like, oh, 3 servings, but still. 3 scoops of ice cream, vanilla. 3 tablespoons of chocolate topping. It's not much of a shake. Well, I guess it is. I guess you could add anything else you want in there too. Some choco chips. Oh, pot chocolate is great. 2 grams is $10 at Willie's Bud House, any flavor. Me and John have joked that we need to have Dino's grow house. Or Dino's greenhouse. He wants to do a channel with growing stuff on there. I keep telling him do it. Brain Rot Central, I love the Bengals too. Hoo day, baby. Hoo day. Nobody beat us today. Nobody beat us this week. The Chiefs just pulled some bullshit. For anyone joining us, we will be doing playoff football. We will be back next year, of course. And in the off season, we'll be doing some pool content for streaming and such. And we will also have some history videos on football teams and football history, different things of the sort. Maybe some movie reactions. We don't know. Beat us for the past 5 weeks. You are right. We really needed to beat the Chargers and the Ravens once. If we beat the Chargers and the Ravens once, this season is so different. You know? Ooh, Zach Taylored. We got Zach Taylored. A Taylor fit Zacking. I like that better. A Taylor fit Zacking coming on. The season did fly by. We're already into playoffs next week. It's crazy. 18 weeks, too. Incomplete for the Jets. Third down now. Flag is thrown. They're doing a great job at gobbling clock. Anyone joining us, hit that subscribe button, please and thank you. It really does help us out. We're under 1,000 subs, and YouTube likes you to be over 1,000 subs. Also, thank you for joining us. Joining a sad Bengals fan, being sad, watching his season get thrown away in the game before this. Well, during this one, but was way faster. Knew the Bengals would get back in it, but didn't expect the Dolphins to push. Yeah. Well, we weren't. Well, yeah. The one loss this year that was the worst was when we lost to the Ravens. It's probably not surprising from what I've been saying. In overtime, everyone kept saying whatever with the kick. It was a bad hold or bad snap or whatever. Kick didn't make it, but like it was a far kick. Like why were we in overtime though? A minute 35 and multiple timeouts. And we didn't even try. Not realistically. He's like, oh well, we had a couple plays. No, they were lousy play calls intended to just get through the game. And then we just need. Because they were so quick. The calls were so quick. They didn't need to be that quick. They were just quick, up, better knee. And then there was a little time and it boom into overtime. That was the hardest one for me. And then now looking back on this, we win that, we're in already. 1. 2, into this week, we would have had something to play for even bigger. Now, we would not have gotten it in retrospect still, but would have made it more exciting in a more comfortable way. I mean, it was the Chiefs' loss. Chase with the yeah, Irish. That might actually be worse. Chase getting the 15-yard for fucking screaming at a ref, which set them up to win. That hurt like the birth set, except it wasn't playoffs. Like, yeah. Yep. It's between those two. Let's put it that way. It's between those two. Because the Ravens one really fucking hurt. Because we didn't even try. We didn't even fucking try. It was the Zach tailoring to beat all Zach tailorings. Tailor-made Zacking was the fucking Ravens one. Like, who doesn't try? And then we watched so many teams not do that and do well, including the halves, even in half times. And halftime doesn't mean anything to a Zach Taylor. Oh my God. We're 666. What did I just lose a bunch? No, we're at 668. Thank God. Oh my God. You scared me. I was like, no, we just got all our subs back. Raids are a weird thing. Kick is up and good. Brings it up to 32-20 for the Jets. You can tell I've been paying heavy attention to this game as it matters oh so much anymore. Fucking Chiefs. I mean, Jets fans really wanted to win this week, Steph. They're not playing for last. They haven't been. Their organization's just that bad. GM Rogers did not make the situation better, to be honest. If he was just quarterback Rogers, he probably would have been fine. But GM Rogers fucks shit up. I think the like getting rid of the head coach and that, I don't think that was Rogers' decision. I don't think that was real. But the personnel decisions, as in players, he did a lot of his string pulling like he has in the past. And it's like, dude, let the other people do it. But then the organization's so bad, like maybe Rodgers should, or maybe the balance was off. I don't know. I have a hard time thinking Rodgers is that bad on a team like the Jets, where we've seen what happens, where quarterbacks do bad on the Jets and then do okay elsewhere. And like the Jets are the Jets. Longest drought playoff in North American sports. That's kind of hard to do. And they've been holding on to it. I mean, shoot, the Sabres are trying to get that record, and the Jets won't let them have it. How many years can the Broncos fans milk a shutout at home? 2. Honestly, 2. Not maybe not even 2 because it was the second string and like they clearly didn't play. If the Broncos can so if the Broncos can upset the Bills, 2. If they can't, half of next season. Let's put it that way. If they upset the Bills, 2 years. Divisionally, maybe a little longer. You live in Colorado, right? So if you live in Colorado, maybe a little longer amongst some fans. Some fans that like to hyperfixate on weird shit. They exist. There's a lot of them in every fan base. Maybe a little longer. But realistically, that wasn't a real win. This might be Rodgers' last game. He'd be smart to retire now. He got really injured last year. He's not old, but for football, he's so old. This is a toll on your body. He does love it though. And as a quarterback, you do have certain protections. Like even last year's injury was, it was kind of a fluke. They happen. Man, look at that happiness on his face too. Like, come on. Rodgers is hard to hate. He's just such a douchebag anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's one of those. Rodgers is like that friend that like grows up a little at first and then just kind of regresses a little bit and then just like gets back into high school mentality. Like, dude, back then. He's that friend. But I say friend because there's no reason to dislike him per se. They're still like your friend. You still enjoy their company. You just like hit it and you're like, man, can you just like move on from that one thing and just I don't know. Most of the time when that happens with me, then I wind up not seeing the person as much. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too deep. I don't think you're gonna get to see Aaron Rodgers get another Super Bowl win. I don't think it's gonna happen. Not on the Jets. But I don't think he's going to be able to move to a different team. Like, what team needs a quarterback that is like in a good situation? What's he going to do? Well, he could go to the Browns. The Browns are in a situation where they could actually get because they restructured Deshaun's contract, opened up $42-ish million going into the year. Not a small amount of money. They still have to pay him out guaranteed, but the yearly cost is a little less. And then dead cap can be destroyed at the end while allowing 40 some million for the next 2 years and then destroy the dead cap at the end. Really works out a lot better because Deshaun's not working out. So honestly, it's something like Aaron Rodgers could actually go to the Browns because Aaron Rodgers would probably take a team friendly contract. Honestly, I think he would if they did what he wanted. There's the problem. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe not. Do the Colts really need an Aaron Rodgers right now, though? Or do they just need to work on developing? You know? I feel like the Colts don't need an Aaron Rodgers. They could, though. See, And that's another thing, like getting a team where you have a rookie. What about the Panthers for one season deal? Just give Bryce Young a year underneath Aaron Rodgers to mentor him. Imagine a Bryce Young who has shown very good signs in the second half of the season getting a mentor like Aaron Rodgers in there. Literally just to mentor Bryce Young. Like, even with the implication that maybe you won't start the whole season. I think, see, and I said maybe Aaron Rodgers could get into coaching and so I think Aaron Rodgers could get into coaching. I don't think he's going to be a head coach. I don't think he's going to be a head coordinator, but I believe on offense he can easily be like lots of football players go into that, even experienced ones. They don't all have to go into the booth, and most of them don't. Or there would be a whole lot of fucking booth people. But there's a lot of coaching staff, and I think Aaron Rodgers could be coaching staff. And I think going to a team like the Panthers to mentor Bryce Young and accept not necessarily being a starter the whole time. And I actually do think that Aaron Rodgers could accept a not starting role the whole time. He would start to begin and then be like, this is going to be a constant competition. And then you're going to get prime Aaron Rodgers, who's not going to worry about not starting. And then he leaves on his 1 year contract, retires after that shit. Bryce Young comes in, got that whole mentoring, got the competition of playing with Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers would probably beat him. If the Panthers can keep this sign of the second half of the season going and build on it. There's my alternate history. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to TV. He might go to YouTube, but he's not going to like TV. Cable, antenna, he's not going to TV. I think he just likes the interviews. I don't think if he wanted to go to TV, he would have retired years ago and gone on to Jeopardy. Honestly. And he would have been beloved. That would have been the best movie he ever did in his life. He really should have retired from football and done Jeopardy. And all of this douchebag Aaron Rodgers never would have happened because it never would come up because Jeopardy would be like, you're not letting people know. You can go do shit in other countries you want to do, but we are not allowing you to make this public. And they would reel in the douchebag of him. It'd be awesome. He'd probably have developed better too. Of course, Danica Patrick, I think is what I think. I think she's the one that gave him the crazy. Aaron Rodgers is a good person for like the podcast and interview style and all that talking to. All right, it's final 32-20. The Jets have won. Crazy. Man, we did very well at the end of this. 21 likes. We got 12 people in here. 12 fuckarooskies. Thank you all. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you can. Really helps out a growing channel like this. We'll be doing content all playoffs and in the off season, switching to some pool content, doing all the playoff stuffs. So it'll be fun. Please keep joining us. Hey, hey, hey. No. I don't want a bandwagon. I want one more week. I want 1 week. 1 fucking week in the playoffs. Well, I know you're not talking to me in the playoffs. You're talking Irish. Bastards. Fucking bastards. This is terrible. Terrible. All right. Well, this was fun, guys. I'm not gonna do the night game tonight. I'm a sad Bengals fan. I don't feel like it. We will be back for wild card football. We will obviously be doing some of those. I'll probably put a post. Once the schedule for all of it's made, we'll put a post because that heavily matters on when I'm able to do certain games. So we'll let you know because there's six wild card games, then 4 divisional. Divisional, I'll do at least 2 of them. Plan on 3. And then obviously the championship game we'll be doing both, and the Super Bowl we will be here for. We will be releasing lots more content of different kinds, doing some experimentation, maybe movie review, definitely pool content. So please stick around for all of that shit. Thank you, Willie Snyder. You're the man too. Oh, Daniel Douglas just came in too. We got what's up. Stream the Texas games. Irish. I will tell you. I will try to do it. The schedule matters. I'll look at it after this. I'm just a sad Bengals fan. See, Steelers versus Ravens is one I don't even think I want to watch. Wait, on Friday? Oh, Saturday. Oh, actually, that works out nice, I think. Yeah, we'll try to. Oh, yeah, because there's always a Monday playoff game, isn't there? Now. All right, we'll put a community post to clear up exactly. Probably don't want to watch Steelers fucking Ravens. Fuck that. Ooh, I'd lose either way. Fucker piece of garbage teams. I'll do my best to do the Texans game. We'll be doing at least 3 games for the wild card, at least 2 for divisional and the championship Super Bowl. And as I've been told, I say, okay, bye. And then I click. And apparently you never get my okay, bye. So this time I'm going to okay, bye. And like fucking wait for a little bit. So if you're like, why is he waving so fucking long? It's because I don't know how long to go. So